So I was woken up, checked my phone this morning, and got a special weather statement that the heat index will be in the 100 to 105 range. So it's nice for the moment, but that is not going to last. This was a really nice mellow camp back here. So I am anticipating a rough day. In addition to just the heat, I am having a little bit of issues on the arch of my foot, despite my best attempts. And Blondie is just living a blessed life. Everything is fine. Sometimes there are turtles and little doggies. So we are going to end up filtering today. We are a little wary of the water sources out here just due to some things we've heard from the locals and the general prevalence of farming and whatnot. Also, coal mines have apparently messed with a lot of the wells. The water is flowing, which is good, and you see it's not stagnant or anything, but I tend to be mistrustful after a few bad experiences of anything that is milky. It hasn't always been an issue, but that time we got Noro in the Lone Star Trail, for example, we had filtered out milky water sources. Facebook this morning was showing me an ad for an inflatable water park. So Jen up there did really well at taking video footage yesterday. And I thought maybe she had just like settled in, finally gotten used to talking on video again. But then I figured out what it was. See, if she makes a lot of video, a lot of like taking up time talking videos, then I have more editing work to do in the morning and she gets more sleep. It's devious.
Hey, I was genuinely inspired yesterday.
We just ran into two guys camping. They had driven up here and were camping. And I got to bring up two of my favorite topics, AKA the sour toe cocktail that Jen is totally drinking in Dawson next year, the human toe thing, and dismemberment insurance. It was barely at the end. I managed to fit it in. Give me credit. Those are my favorite topics, followed by like the Mississippi and through hiking and things like that. If I ever update my LinkedIn, my skills shall include organically bringing up alcoholic beverages with human toes in it to near strangers. The news right now seems full of heat dome, heat wave, unsafe heat, yada yada. It is looking like it is currently in the mid 90s and rising here. Not too bad in the shade, but the higher humidity is noticeable. Oh, this is the problem with tick country. It's the little ones. Go, little tick. Oh, look, Jen, it's so cute. It's a little baby hug bug. It's just looking for a site to hug me. So we just found some unexpected water that looked clear enough. We felt good filtering on it. It is warm. I just drank about 3 liters of water during that break, and I had already drank a liter before that, so it is a big hydration day out here on Massatators Does America.
And as the forest continues to change this morning, we have a whole lot of new types of leafy plants and even some blackberries. Just a few of them are getting ripe so far. Also been hearing the cicadas all morning. Saw a whole pile of frogs in the creek and one big snake. It was moving fast once I spooked it, but looked like black with either white or yellow rings.
By 1:30, the heat and the humidity had become so unbearable we took about a 2-hour break in the shade, at which point the clouds had built up, we started to hear thunder in the distance, and we could get moving again. Okay, 3 o'clock. We had been passed out for a while because I was just getting too hot, soaked in sweat, and just starting to feel off. So it does seem like the clouds have formed up. When it's this hot and humid, there's always a chance of thunderstorms, and that does seem to have brought the temperature down a little bit, if not the humidity. So we're going to see if we can crawl along.
Second day of turtle in a row.
Ooh, it is surprisingly cold. Oh, thermocline.
It's about 4:30 and we made it to the Little Lusk Creek, which has a unexpectedly nice little swimming hole. There's lots of little fish in this creek. Some of them were nibbling on our toes when we went swimming.
So we actually had some thunder off in the distance a while back, but it seems to have quieted down. Honestly, we're just happy for the cloud cover.
This seems like a much less busy part of the trail, or it's just less busy on Sunday. But yesterday we saw a bunch of folks, both horses and people. Today, haven't seen anyone on the trail all day, other than those 2 guys we met in the morning and when Matt was talking about the sourdough cocktail.
And of course, we have still been getting a lot of spider webs to the face. The humidity was basically somewhere between bad and ungodly. That's basically why some of these shots look a little fuzzy. We're just trying to make the next campsite. 8:36. And a very wet and sweaty and hot day. But Jen should like this camp at least.
Just as it was getting dark in the forest, we popped out on this beautiful view. Just in time to watch the sunset properly. This is called Owl Bluff, and it is giving me very much AT vibes. While we cook dinner, we'll have the lovely sound of the babbling brook down below, the lulling of the cicadas, and the slightly less relaxing sound of our friend the whippoorwill. After another lovely day in the Shawnee National Forest, we ended up at this really special Owl Bluff campsite. At this point, we're about 32 miles into the River to River Trail. Tomorrow we're gonna pass through the town of Eddyville, and Trail Angel is planning to come out and meet us, help us get a resupply. That's helping us out a lot, so we didn't have to carry as much food through this section when we're already carrying so much water and things. And we'll have a nice midday food break in Eddyville to get out of the midday heat a little bit. Home sweet home for the night.